Hello. Welcome to GWF round 3 in Azerbaijan. I'm going to quickly run you through the teams. Got Jay and Mercedes with James. In Red Bull we've got Leo, who's not with me today, he doesn't feel well. We've got Barenko in McLaren. We got Regnant Ordinal and Mr. Monkey in Aston Martin. Rapini, Treeburn in Alfa Romeo, Apex Finley in Alfa Tauri. Charles Leclerc, IDZ, CK in Ferrari, Toxic Je Suis, Norwich Fan in the Alpines, Jamboy, J Davies in the Haas, and Tiorent and Quillan's boss in the Williams. We've got 18 people right now, and yeah, interesting. It's just me today, so you know, first time by myself. It's not going to be great, but yeah, I'm going to get underway in a few minutes time, I'm guessing. A few people in there already. Thank you very much. Joining pretty fast. Everyone, just what's your predictions? Actually, put them down there in the chat. What is your predictions for the race today? I find it quite interesting to see what everybody thinks is going to happen. Do we think the actual commentator is going to get a first place? Can he win the race? I don't think he can. I think he's going to get 4th. He likes Baku, I know that. And it's actually starting. Jamboy on pole and win. Ah, okay, fair enough. Starting with 18 people, so me to do good when I join. Are you in? Because it's starting now, Jack, so you might want to get in quickly. Watching the Liverpool game. Fair enough. Okay, Exchange just scored a banger. Alrighty then. Who's going to be first out for a lap in Azerbaijan qualifying in round 3 of GWF? Right now, I'm going to run you through the standings as of right now going into round 3. If I can find it, there we go. So we've got Jack in first on 43 points, Jay after winning in Spain on 43. Did I say 43 a minute ago? 45 for Jack, 43 for Jay in second. Josh in 27 points in third. James in fourth. Charles Leclerc in fifth. Naya in sixth. Saro's not racing today in seventh. Ruben in eighth. Neo in ninth. Mechanic in 10th. Lopic in 11th. Max in 12th. Joint 12th with him is Finley. And joint 14th is Jamboy and Asa. The constructors, Mercedes are leading that by 12 points. And there's actually a few people already out on their laps, including Low Lion, who is called Leo. Obviously, he's a commentator on this normally. Wasn't quite feeling it this week. Make GWF 6 PM. Well, I wouldn't actually have been here, so we would have no commentators. Jay coming out on an outlap, Jamboy on an outlap, Mr. Monkey, Quillan, Treeburner, Apex Finley, James Biscuit, Charles Leclerc and IDZ, CK, J Davies and Low Lion coming out for their laps. A lot of them actually getting in a bit of traffic towards the castle section. Are we going to see Leo Binnett on the outlap? No, we're not. Well, no one cares. Saro is more important. True, to be fair. That's very true. We're not getting many viewers compared to last time, but it is just the start. It's just in qualifying. People are going to have to start finding a gap in a second, because, you know, it's not very good. Here we are though with Mr. Monkey getting a little bit close to the actual barrier there, going up the castle section of his outlap. He's going quite slow with a Ferrari behind him. That Ferrari is either IDZ, CK? Yes, it is. Well, the first person to start a lap, if I'm not mistaken, is Jamboy's teammate. I can't find him. I think it's J Davies. No, it's not. It's James Biscuit in the Mercedes on this lap, getting really close to the wall there. Who cares what Saro doesn't make a difference to the league? Well, that's just not true, is it, Saro? And you know that. James then coming forward around that corner. Did he tap the wall there? Did I just hear something? I think I heard someone tap the wall there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ball with J Davies now in the Haas. He's giving a big toe to the Ferrari in behind, which is Charles Leclerc. Here he is then. Skip Butties of Temp. He's actually in the lobby now. He's going to be out just in time for Q1. He'll get out on a lap before quite a few people actually. As go through the chicane, the Ferrari, is he getting held up too much? I don't think so. I can't really tell who's the fastest right now because there's so many people out on laps, but yeah, I'm going to go with Jay now, approaching the castle section. He's behind that little toe as well. Oh, that's actually Low Lion. Who I wanted to spectate, who is now coming up the castle section. And that is exactly how you want to take the castle section there. You will be loving Baku. I know that this is one of his favourite tracks. We've got an offing now. And I think that is just, is that Regnant Ordinal who went straight on a really slow there. He's slowing down Toxic Jesui, who's luckily on an outlap with him, and he's hitting the wall as James Biscuit sets a benchmark of 138.9. Jamboy the next across the line. Is he going to beat a 138.9? Not quite. The 141 flat. Next person's across the line. There's quite a few people before this, but we are going to go on board with Low Lion right now. He's across the line, doesn't go fastest just about, but Jay with an Alfa Romeo behind him, he's going to cross the line. He needs to be at 138.9. He doesn't quite do it, but he does go quite close to the time of James Biscuit. And we've got another yellow flag. Doesn't seem like too much of an issue, but I think he's approaching the pits, that Alfa Romeo. Next across the line though, Mr. Monkey. Actually, I'm lying. I think it's T-Orant who's going to cross the line next. No, it's not. It's somebody's setting a outlap time as Mr. Monkey puts it 5th fastest, not too far behind. The guy ahead of him, 3/10 separates Jamboy to him. Apex Finley going 5th fastest right now, as T-Orant is finishing his lap in the Williams teammate behind him. Also going to finish his lap as T-Orant puts it in a 141.2. Quillan then, I couldn't get spectating time, but he'll go just behind his teammate by about 2/10. Toxic Jesui then on a lap. What's his first sector time going to be? It's purple for him, and he looks quite smooth through there. Hold on a second, I've got to go for something quickly. Anyway, back to Toxic Jesui as he set a purple sector 1. There's yellow flags down there. That's just a car going slow, I'm pretty sure. Don't see any crashes, and there is somebody off, and it is a Ferrari. Didn't get there in time. He set a purple sector 1, and he's going to go purple in the sector 2 as well. Is he going to cross the line and stick it fastest ahead of James Biscuit? I don't know. If he does, surely you'd think he'd be through to Q2 already, and he'd be quite comfortable in doing so. After this lap is finished though, I'm going to invite somebody to the party to commentate with me until 8 o'clock, which will be around the time where qualifying is finished, I'm guessing. But Toxic Jesui, not quite the fastest yet, but he's actually 8/10 is that off the pace of the guy ahead as James Biscuit retires, obviously in the pit lane because he thinks he's comfortable enough. Apex Finley on a cool down lap. T-Orant, he's 3/10 up on his lap time, and is he going to pit or is he going to stay out? Jay, his Mercedes teammate, also does that as well. T-Orant is going to cross the line. He's going to improve on his lap time, putting him up to P8. It's 3/10 up on his previous lap time. It's a personal best for him. Barenko looking slow through those two corners, but it was a purple sector 1. Rapini though, going to be the next across the line in the Alfa Romeo. I will get to him, right, Saro. It's just I need to stop these people from crossing the line in time. So Alpha Tauri enters the pit lane, and Rapini sticks it in 14th fastest. It's the slowest of all by 5/10 of a second. Is Bus okay? And his Skip Butties as he is, I think he's on an outlap. No, he's not. He gets on the inside curb. He's got 4 minute on his lap. how slow was he going? I don't know, but Leo Lyon also decides to retire quickly, as we're going to go on board with Bus now, just before we invite Saro to the party, so we can get a little second commentator for the time being, until 8 o'clock apparently, as he is going to come across the line. It doesn't look too fast for Bus, but it's going to possibly be enough to get into Q2 already. He's getting quite close to the wall there, but he does go 12th fast. It's not that fast, but now is the time that I have enough space to possibly invite Saro to the party. He has been invited. He'll be in here commentating with me until 8 o'clock, like I said, as Temper's in the pits now to go again. Did he get wing damage? I don't know. People are leaving the session, which is quite weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I think we've got Norwich, and it's just glitched out completely. Brilliant. Well, that's just weird. Why has that happened? I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm having a bit of an issue here. I don't really know what's going on. This is really confusing me. I don't know what's just happened. I don't know if it's just me. There's a lobby restart, so everyone's laps that were set just then haven't actually really counted, but yeah, that's quite annoying. I'm not going to lie. So we're gonna have to wait for another invites to go out. I think that it was just the invite there that I missed. No, it wasn't. Got 10 people, it says for me on this in the stream. Thank you for that. I'm not sure what's going on. We just need to, because you're doing this. Okay. Everything's just glitched out, so we're gonna have to get a little bit of restart again, because we might have a bit of a few issues here, because people were a bit touch and go with the timings, but now unfortunately we're gonna have to restart the session 10 minutes later than we were expecting. Apparently it's gonna be a short quali. Oh, this is annoying. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure. Wait, before I join, I'm just gonna quickly. I need the invites. then, sorry about the huge delay, but we're finally actually starting the actual qualifying. Jesus Christ, that took way too long. And yeah, well, that's annoying. But we move. Finally we can actually join. Well, it's a short quali, so everyone's going to be out for a small amount of time, which is annoying, but people are going out for their laps already. I'm sorry for being quiet for so long, there's just a lot of stuff going on, and yeah. I'm not sure if we're restarting. Well, I've been silent for half of it because I'm not sure what's actually going on, but apparently we are just carrying on with it going. And Jamboy coming up to the next few corners then, and I don't know, I'm just getting annoyed, and Jamboy I think tapped the wall a little bit there, I'm not too sure, but I mean, sorry, if you could please stop messaging there because it makes a black bar pop up on screen and it looks horrible. And finally then, I'm gonna just ignore everything that's going on right now and just continue with the commentating because it's getting quite annoying as Jamboy goes fast, and obviously in the second sector he's the first person to come across the line, as its next is going to be Bus OK, does not go faster than Jamboy, doesn't look too confident around this track as IDZCK coming across, and he does go faster than the Haas driver. James Biscuit on his outlet going through the castle section now, and Jamboy does the fastest, and that is provisional pole for him, of course. It's a short volley, so it's a 141.3 to beat for the McLaren to come across the line here. Couldn't quite beat it. Treeburner has beaten it though by 0.4 of a second, as Lowline does enjoy backing himself, as IDZ_CK goes faster by another 0.7 of a second. So quite strong laps from him. As Tiorent then, is he getting a tow? It's gone board. It's got a long distance one as he almost dives towards the pits, getting a bit weavy on there. Charles Leclerc does go fastest now of all as well, going provisional pole position for him, as Tiorent is also down there in now 5th place. The Toxic Jesui goes fastest. Of course, everybody's going to be starting on the soft tyres for this race, because it's just the way that it is as of right now. I'm sorry, I'm just not reading the chat. Ollie hates me? No, I don't. It's just I'm getting quite annoyed, and I've just got. I want to get this commentating over and done, because Bus OK is actually in the wall at the castle section right now, and he's kind of stuck there. I don't know why he's trying to 3-point turn it, mate. Just reverse back onto the track when you got us free space of time to do it, which is not now. Barenko is crashed, I think. Oh, he's just retired in the pit lane as Norwich goes fast, sending a 1:39.0. And is that a crash, or is that just somebody retiring? No, it's definitely a crash. So I need to get on board with Lowline quickly as he's approaching the crash, and yeah, it's just in the wall on the right hand side there. That's just not that great for him, of course, as he is now going to be starting from the back of the grid behind Barenko, as Jay on a lap then coming through. Is he going to look quite promising? I don't know, but Ace is going to come across the line now, and where's he going to put it? He's in the 140s, I'm going to guess. He's setting a lap time of a 141.3, going 10th fastest. Who's that on a lap then? Rapini, he's second up on his time. He's a 143.2 in his first lap. He can easily improve on that. And he's going to cross the line. Is he going to go any faster in places though? No, he's not, but he's very close to Bus. In front of him is Jay. He's about to approach the castle section, and Temp actually is clipping the wall on the left hand side there, as I saw quickly, as Jay makes the castle section look pretty easy for him. As will that cause damage for Temp, because he's gonna have to box, and he's gonna box straight away right now as he hits the wall really dangerously there, as James Biscuit goes fastest by 0.8 of a second right now. Apex Finley is only on an out lap right now, because everybody else is actually on full laps, as Jay goes purple in the second sector. I think he's been given a tow there from Lowline on purpose here to go fastest of all and gets that provisional pole time. He's going to get a huge tow here as Lowline pulls away to the side. Probably not the greatest tow there, to be honest. I don't know what he was doing there, because he could have given a massive tow here and wouldn't even have to move out the way yet. But Jay, even with the not great tow, is still going to go. Only second fastest for him, but 0.3 down on his teammate James Biscuit, who looks the strongest so far, as Lowline is in the pits. He took quite a while to get over the line there. Mr. Monkey not on a full lap. Jamboy's actually round, and he's just taken off his whole front wing almost. Is that? No, only an M plate at turn 15. Mr. Monkey, obviously, like I said, is not on a lap. Tiorent coming out for an out lap now, across the pit lane exit line before he's actually supposed to, as Acer is going to dive it into the pits there. This is quite an interesting pit lane as well, by the way, because if you miss your braking point, you could fly into a wall. There's Rapini, obviously, on a cooldown lap. Apex Finley, though, on a lap, and I'm going to stick with him the whole entire time, because he's the only person actually on a proper lap without having to go in there, as he cuts a little bit of the corner there as he comes into the castle section. I hate this camera angle. His rear end's getting a little bit loose going into it there, as he's going to come towards now a few left-handers that are very quick left-handers that you can lose the rear end quickly into a tight left-hander of turn 15, and he doesn't want to tap the wall here. Almost did, but he got away with it quite easily there, as he's going to go through into the second sector. It's not purple, but it's a 1:15.6. Temp then, he's on a lap. He messed up his first lap, I'm pretty sure he did, yeah, because he hit the wall on the exit to the final corner basically, or the final non-corners. There's a Williams, I think, of Tiorent, who's just parked up there on the side of the racetrack on the Azerbaijan flag, as he's got to move away very quickly here. I don't know what he's doing, and he's got enough time to move, but he's actually wasted half of that time, as I don't know what he's doing. He's now just parked in the middle of a corner. Anyway though, back, and Tempaz invalidated. I can tell you what corner that was. It's probably the corner right before the castle section. Is Apex Finley though. It doesn't look too fast on the exit of that corner. I'm not too sure if he's actually on a lap or if he isn't. But out of everybody, he is the only person not on an out lap, and he's obviously going quite slowly, so that will suggest to me that he's not actually on a lap. Who is the closest of all the people on an out lap though? It is Charles Leclerc, currently in 6th place. Is he giving a tow to his teammate? I don't actually know. He looks as though he's going to give him a long range one, but it's too long range I think, because he's going to go to the left hand side of the track. He's not going to be pitting, but he's going to try and get the shortest run to the line here, and he's going to try and improve his lap time. He's only going to improve it by a little bit, and that could go 4 fastest ahead of Low Line in the Red Bull. And Ferrari in real life look pretty strong around Baku, as Charles Leclerc got pole. Can Charles Leclerc in the game get pole position as well, with on provisional pole right now is James Biscuit by 3/10 of a second. It's a pretty big lead, as there's so many people on out laps right now. Apex Finley on a lap, IDZ behind his Ferrari teammate. There's a lot of traffic here that could be possibly happening for Charles Leclerc. I've done a lot of on-board viewing. In the race I'll do a lot of off-board viewing obviously, but it's just because it's qualifying, it makes it a lot easier. Is he trying to get a little tow from the car ahead of Bus? I don't know, but Bus will pull over to the right hand side, and he will brake quite abruptly there, as he's got a few cars ahead of him still. He's got a clear, but he could get a tow on the last corners. They're all going 3 wide. It's getting a little bit touchy here, and he's had to slow down completely. He's also stopped Bus OK from doing something properly there, as he's got reversed, and that might even hinder other people on their lap times, including one of those people is Skip Butties, as it's getting so weird around the castle section there. They were going 3 wide. No one was actually letting anybody through, as Skip Butties still on a lap. There's so many people in the way here, and I don't know what's going on. Charles Leclerc probably getting quite annoyed about his lap. Same thing with IDZCK on his lap. There's just traffic everywhere. I don't know why, as Charles Leclerc was 800 up, which is enough to put him in P4. And he got his lap ruined there as well with Skip Butties there. And this is where he messed up on his lap before. He's going to come around again. Doesn't tap the wall this time, and he's going to come across the line soon. He's going to have to do it in about 7 seconds to take provisional pole, but I don't think that's going to happen for him, as he probably got held up quite a bit by the traffic. But he's going to take the shortest run to the line, and he's going to put it 4th fastest. Sorry for that bad thing on the screen there. I'm still trying to focus. Sorry mate, come on. Toxic just 7/10 of his lap time, I'm pretty sure. That puts him 3rd fastest ahead of his Alpine teammate Norwich fan, and there's so much traffic coming across the line here. Charles Leclerc is one of them. There's somebody that's gone straight on there. I don't actually know who that is, and I couldn't possibly tell you who that is, to be honest with you, as Jamboy on his lap taps the wall again, and he's actually ghosted, so it's a pretty big impact for him there. Norwich fan getting out the way of Bus OK, and he's going to have to improve his lap time by quite a lot to move up anywhere, but right now he is still 16th place. Of people crashing, and James Biscuit with a little bit of a rear end step up there. He's also still improving on his lap time, which is crucial to this qualifying. It's a short qualifying for him, so every lap time that you do matters here for your overall to try and get pole position. Is Temp is on a cooldown lap, I'm going to guess, try and read through some of that ERS storage. It's actually quite satisfying here. We've got the Mercedes 1 and 2, Alpine 3 and 4, and Red Bull 5 and 6, but I can guarantee you that both those Red Bulls can actually improve their lap times and possibly move up the order a little bit there, as Norwich fan going as slow as he can, actually giving way to players there, drivers there, as he hits the wall a little bit. Not going to be great for him. Jay though on his lap wants to improve on his lap time by as much as he can to ensure that he can beat his teammate to pole position. Obviously he's on provisional pole right now. Provisional second is Jay, a Mercedes 1 and 2. I don't think we've seen that this season, because obviously in qualifying Q1 in Spain last week, which we will not have this week because of some issues that happened. He crashed out in Q1 in Spain, but now he's coming back stronger in Baku, and he said 1 and 2 last week. Maybe he's bringing that into fruition this week, as Jay going full out through that through the castle section. Sorry, getting a little bit muffed up on my words here, but I do apologise, as Norwich fan is blocking a whole few people in the pits there, as there's a huge collision behind him, and Jamboy with a 5-place grid penalty, Ace of the Boss with a 5-place grid penalty as well. That will obviously, I'm sure that's something will happen to Norwich fan as well, because he caused that whole collision in the first place with all of them. Luckily no one's out of the session just yet, but I mean, 5-place grid penalties mean that they will move to the back of the grid probably, or further back than they currently are, of course, which I'm sure they're going to be fuming with that. But that's just not good enough from the league owner there. He's done an absolute terribleness job there of getting out the way, as Jay can put a provisional pole by 3 milliseconds, 3,000ths of a second. He's in provisional pole, and his teammate is in the pit lane, and that is a great lap time for him. But if James can improve on his lap by literally 3,000ths of a second, he'll take back that provisional pole, and it's so close there to his teammate. But it's looking like it's going to be a comfortable Mercedes 1 and 2 here, unless the Alpines behind or the Red Bulls behind can threaten him anymore. Charles Leclerc, we know that he can improve on his lap time. I pulled an I am stupid. Oh, no way. But luckily for you, a few people have grid penalties, so we never know. You could move up a few places by crashing there. Tree Burner is going to hunt it across the line, and he's going to go 8th fastest. Good lap time from him. But can he improve any more? Doesn't seem to be backing off on this next lap. He won't have enough ERS. His Jamboyan is coming out the pits now, gets a little bit on that inside curve. That will lose him a bit of time. Quillan is 10th down on his lap time, which is not what you want to see when he's in a little battle there for P8 with Tree Burner, who's just overtaken him there. Again, Tiora in the same place, just parking it on that same, well, Azerbaijan flag. I pulled a being patient, didn't help. What? I don't understand that. As Temp now on a lap, he'll want to improve by quite a lot now, because he wants to get up and challenge his championship rivals, and he's 2 points behind him. And of course, if he gets on the podium ahead of Temp or Jack, he will overtake him in the standings. So that's not great, him starting from P5. You know he's got pace though in any race, and he almost showed that in the last time. As Jamboy, is he trying to give him a little tail? I'm not too sure, but it could be working here. He's going very slow through the castle section there. That could have stopped Temp, and I'm commentating on the lap. He's actually got 2 minutes in, so there's no point saying about that one. Tree Burner though is just cutting the whole corner there, and I don't know why he's done that, because obviously that lap will not count. A lot of people on outlap, so this will be the last laps of the qualifying session. Provisional pole right now, like I said, is Jay, and he will not be able to come out for another lap, so we're just going to hope and pray, as obviously he's now retired, so there's no hope for him to improve on that lap time, as James Biscuit is 3,000ths behind. Is he going to snatch that pole position for Jay, which will be crucial for his championship fight? It looks as though they're going to be safe in a 1 and 2 for Mercedes, unless a crash happens in this last run for James Biscuit. But we will see a little bit of team orders come in, and will James back off on his lap time just in case? The Alpines though, very in close contingency there, but James is just behind them, which could mean, well, not trying to just let his teammate pass, or giving himself a little bit of room. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but Temp now on an actual lap time, I can tell you that for free, and he's getting a little bit close to the wall there. His teammate is getting a little bit of a toe from a Ferrari ahead. He's gonna bomb it through the castle section now. Wasn't as fast as Jay, I can tell you that. As Acer is retired from the session, is that in the pits? I'm not too sure. I don't think it was, because he still remains in P15. Do you think he feels safe in that position there? As Low Lion, what's known as Leo, my commentator, as alongside me normally, as he's just completely gone off the track. I'm so confused as to what's just happened there. I'm not too sure, but Charles Leclerc is 2 tenths up on his time. 2 tenths means he can go faster than Skip Butties, who's going through turn 15 right now, as he's done quite well there. This is the last laps of the qualifying session. Is James Biscuit now. He's going to approach the first sector. Told you, just he's a 10th up on his time. That's not very good. Tree Burner feels confident in himself to finish P8, even with Quillanis Bosch who's finished behind him. Low Lion crosses the line. He can't improve. Skip Butties though, getting a little bit of a toe from the Tree Burner there in his AI mode car, as he wants to improve by as much as he can. He's taking the shortest route to the line. Can he take a provisional pole? Yes he can, by 1 millisecond, as James could end this all now if he goes faster by 4,000ths of a second. This is so close at the top, as now championship rivals are split by 1 millisecond, and that means that Skip Butties is starting ahead of him no matter what, because obviously we see Jay retired from the session in the pit lane. James Biscuit, though, who I want to focus on the most, has tapped the wall on the right-hand side. It could be a top 3 decided by 4,000ths of a second. And he's 7,000ths of a second up on his time. Can he make his DRS flap open 1 millisecond quicker there? I'm not too sure. It's such a close between those top 3 now. If he can't improve on his lap time, it's going to be Skip Butty's on pole position ahead of his championship rival by 1,000th of a second, and then another 4 to 3rd place. He's going to cross the line. Can he take away pole position? I'm not too sure. And he has, by quite a distance compared to them all. But he has got pole position now. And that is the end of qualifying, and 2nd and 3rd is, like I've said a million times now, separated by 1,000th of a second before the race, and it's a brilliant lap from Temp there to come in 2nd place. And wow, Jambo with a 5-place grid penalty, of course, but the grid for this race is so tightly congested as James Biscuit takes pole position by 6 or 7 hundredths of a second there, and exactly 7 hundredths to his teammate in 3rd, Night's Van in 4th, Toxic Sweet in 5th, Charles Leclerc in 6th, Low Lion down in 7th place, couldn't quite start a lap just in time there. Jamboy and the 5-place grid penalty in 8th, Treeburn in 9th, Quillan is boss in 10th, Apex Finley 11th, IDZ CK in 12th, Mr Monkey in 13th, Tiorant in 14th, Boss OK in 16th, Ace of the Boss in 15th of that 5-place grid penalty, moving Rapini forward into P16 normally, Barenko in P17, and I can't see who was there. And we are going to see the, if I just join this before the start of the race, we will be able to see, if you can stop doing the black thing, please, that would be nice. I'm obviously going to be doing lights out, if that's okay with you, sorry mate, but yeah. Hello. If it was full quality, I would have obviously invited you before, but it was short, so I had to say that the whole time. But 1,000th of a second, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I don't even know how that happened. Maybe
yeah.
Just barely wide, and that cost him 2nd place.
Yeah. If he opened DRS a little bit earlier, that could have been an issue as well. It's so tight. 1,000th of a second is crazy. And well, actually, I'm gonna hit a milestone here. The first time I've done lights out in GWF season 1 and season 2. This will be the first time, which is pretty mental. Because obviously normally Leo does it. So I can actually say lights out. You're gonna be here for 20 minutes though, so that's nice. I'm gonna have some company for 20 minutes. Could have been more obviously if it was actually full quali, but we've got to move on from that now. So now I can get your predictions of the race. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, if James gets a good start, I think he's gonna keep his lead. But I think it's gonna be tight with Jack and Jay.
Yeah, championship rivals that I've mentioned about 20 times.
I feel like Jay's gonna try to send, since it's gonna be one of his only chances. If he gets a good start.
Yeah.
But as we saw, like at Spain, Jay got a very bad start, but still won the race.
Yeah.
So the start can decide anything.
That is very true. Also, it's a wet start, and wet starts normally mean there could be a spin off the start, but we haven't seen a wet start in this league yet, so it's going to be very interesting. And of course I get to probably have one of the most entertaining starts and qualifyings. Can they not? Oh dear.
Oh, they can, never mind.
Okay, thank the Lord for that, because it sounds like I've been speaking to myself the whole time.
Yeah. It's so annoying when that happens.
The gap between the top 3 and the formation lap though is a bit much. You need to get the heat into the tyres a lot to get the actual best grip on these wet tyres. Tiorant and Killan have been disqualified. And Tiorant, of course, in 14th, Killan in 9th. This Jay's been disqualified as well.
Oh, he's gonna have quota.
So this might be another repeat of Spain with the bad start.
Yep. gonna get a bad
Oh,
starter.
and it's in the wet as well, which makes it even worse. He's gonna be so slow off the grid, so it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Those Rubens.
Yeah, both Williams collided there. We're gonna see a little bit of a file of report though for Josh, Norwich fan, because he's caused a pretty big pit lane collision, which gave people 5-phase grid penalties, apart from himself, which is weird. But the grid is lining up. James is in his grid spot, or he's getting there. Everyone's going to get a good start compared to Jay, and I'm going to get one of the most interesting qualifying sessions and probably race starts that I get to control, so I'm quite happy about that. Obviously Leo's down in P7. I am indeed. I haven't done it before.
I will try to help as much as possible.
Yeah. There's an Aston Martin down at the end of sector 2, and I don't know what he's doing.
That could... Okay.
That could be a penalty later on in the race though, because...
Of course it will.
He's going too slow, and that has just helped out Jay massively. Because they're all going to have cold tyres, not as cold as his, but they're all going to have colder tyres, which is going to make the race start even more interesting. But I don't know why he's going so slow, but he's starting from P20, he joined late, I'm pretty sure. Same with that Mufti Diamond.
I don't know if it works like that, but okay, we'll see.
What? The car tyres will be more cold because of that.
As they wait.
Yeah, the more they wait, the colder the tyres will be.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So here we are then, about to line up for lights out.
Okay.
Here we are. And the lights going on for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's round 3 of GWF, and it's a drive-through penalty, and it's lights out, and away we go. It's Mufti Diamond with a drive-through penalty. It's a decent getaway for James, but it's even better for Jack, as he's going to have to leave the space, and he goes a little bit wide off the turn 1 there. Not a great start for him, Mr. Monkey, making up a place straight away. They're going to go side by side into turn 2. How did they want to go? They're all touched into the wall almost, and they're spinning everywhere. There's so much contact being made back at the end of the field there. There is so much carnage, and there's going to be a safety car. It's a virtual safety car to start off. Norwich fan is in the lead of the race. All for to be a possible. Yeah, both of them going too deep, trying to get the position there into turn 2, allowing Norwich fan just to fly through. And with the virtual safety car, that means he's secured it. At least of one lap as Rapini. There's so many 5-second time penalties being dished out here. Look at that carnage at the back of the race. There's so many of them just all there. There's like 6 of them. All there.
Mufti Diamond with a drive-through, then we've got
jumped the start up into P11 though, so it's a decent start for him without that. As Rapini and Noisy the flags, it's a 5-second penalty. And
oh my god, oh! Ace has been put into the wall by Regnant.
No way. Is he out? No,
yes.
He's not.
He's not out, but he's been given also a 5-second penalty.
And Regnant has just gone through. This is insane. What a race start. As but this race lead. Torrance has spun around, and he's had to give away a few positions there.
He's almost stuck.
Oh, there's so much damage as well. That's the issue. So many people have got damage on their cars from that turn 2 incident. As this IDZ in the wall, doing an I am stupid like a Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari as well.
Apex Finley says I love spinning on formation lap.
He spun on the formation lap. I didn't even see that.
Same. Oh, Johnson for the tree runner.
He sped, and the safety car is off. It's a great getaway for Norwich fan. He's already a second ahead of Tepper behind him. Regnant Odell's retired from the session, and where is that? That looks like it's quite in the middle of the track. It could be another safety car straight away.
No.
There's only yellows. Surely not.
2 laps need to pass. 2 laps need to pass, and then another safety car will happen.
Yeah. As Norwich going really deep into that corner there. That invites pressure. James getting a little bit tetchy on the exit there. And Jack is going to go side by side again. We've seen this before. It's going to be deja vu for him into turn 3. It's quite a tight corner as well. Who's going to break later? Both of them, and they're going to go side by side. And Tepper's almost got the move done already.
That's amazing.
But they're going to stay side by side into the next braking zone. James going to be a bit tetchy on the exit. They touch a little bit. And they're going to remain side by side as Temp almost flies into the wall there, and he's had to give away the position there.
Oh no. He has
James can't quite get in there as the top 3 is not separated by much, and Jay is now joining the party as well after his bad start, after getting disqualified on the formation lap. But this lead for Norwich fan could be depleted by a time penalty for that qualifying incident, and I'm sure it'll probably be a hefty one, because he caused 2 people to get 5-place grid penalties. As Jamboy is falling down the grid, is that spin for him? He's in the pit lane, he's got to replace his damage. Same with IDZCK, lucky to still be in the race for him, I feel like. Mr. Monkey as well. Quillan also in the pits. There's 4 people already pitted in this race. Tioran was obviously a spinner. Going down into turn 3 now. Yeah, I think we'll see a few, maybe might see team orders in this race. Oh, this is all! And he's almost lost it round there. He broke so late with the car ahead of him. Or was that James braking a bit early?
I think James broke a little too late. He had too much confidence.
Too much confidence into the corner behind his teammate, who obviously has 10 ahead of him as well.
He has damage. Pretty sure he has damage.
He's going quite slowly, I can see.
Yeah.
He's moved to the left-hand side of the track. This might be an early pit stop for him, and if the rain stays for too long, and he's staying out.
No, I don't think he does.
He doesn't have. I don't think he has too much notable damage, but Charles Leclerc's getting so close to him there.
A little too close, Jose. Yeah, he's definitely got damage.
I think he's got a little bit of damage, but I don't think he wants to repair it until the pit stop window actually opens. As Josh, Norwich fan, is still in the lead of the race. But like I said about a few times now, he could get a hefty penalty for the qualifying incident which caused Asa and I think it was Bus OK, who was actually into 9th, to get 5-place grid penalties.
No, it wasn't Bus OK, it was... Oh, someone spun. Oh, no,
and he has spun. It's Asa who's round.
It's Asa.
At turn 1, he's almost going to hit it in the wall. He's reset the track.
Oh, he's reset the track.
That's a penalty. That is a penalty indeed. It's going to be a 5-second time penalty for Asa. And we've called it. We caught him red-handed on the stream. Norwich fan has spun it in the lead of the race. He spun it.
And Jay's into the lead.
And Jay is somehow into the lead of the race. I think he might have spun. I think he spun into him. Into them two, and they had to stop, and then Jay took advantage of that, and he's back into the lead of the race ahead of his championship rival, and he will take the lead of the Drivers' Championship as of right now. Charles Leclerc into P4, Apex Finley doing a great job up in P5. I can't speak. Leo is up into P6, Norwich fan down to P7, Togic Sweels are down to P8. Bus OK up to P9, Mufti Diamond served his driver penalty, he's now in the points, in 10th place. That's crazy.
He's never done F1 before. Like, I think this might be his first weeks and maybe month.
I mean, he does look pretty slow, if I'm being honest. He's braking quite a lot, and Asa is catching on him pretty quickly, getting so touchy on the exit corner there. Jay comes across the line, set the fastest lap of the race, and that was probably expected. Yellow flag in sector 1. It's Mr. Monkey. He's gone straight on. He's got enough time though to reset his car. He's close to getting lapped, and that'll be his race completely over because you can't unlap yourself. As there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that tree burner in the wall? I'm not too sure. Who is it? There's yellow flags for an Alfa Romeo. It's Rapini. You think he's helped himself back there, but I'm not too sure what actually happened. It looked like a Ferrari or Alfa Romeo. There's yellow flags again, and it is an Alfa Romeo. It's Rapini who went round there. I think he might have reset the track. I'm not too sure, but he's getting really close to the Williams now. Quillan is squeezing him a little bit. Who has? IDZCK has lost his whole front wing, and he's caused a full-course safety car.
Well, this is Jay's chance to pit if you want.
I think Bus has spun. Oh no, Bus is in the pits behind the safety car already. Yes, Tioran making up places because of those pitting people.
Asa in the pits, Mufti Diamond in the pits. Asa's gonna serve his penalties.
That's smart from him. Jamboy up into P13 because of that. He's bounced! Jamboy has just crashed into turn 1.
Oh my god!
Under safety car conditions, he could have made a few places up there, and he has just binned it into the inside of turn 1.
He's way too quick trying to get Mufti Diamond and Asa.
I don't know what's happened to him there, but he has messed up royally there, and that is unfortunate for him.
I think I know what happened for Jay to go into the lead. So basically when Josh spun, Norwich fan, When he
Yeah.
spun, he didn't get ghosted. He didn't easily get ghosted. He didn't easily get ghosted. And when he got ghosted, all the others got ghosted with him. They all got held up. As Jay went in through, they got ghosted and went through them, just getting all three of them.
Okay, that does make a little bit of sense, to be fair.
That might have been what happened.
That could have been what happened, but Jay has not gone into the pits if he has damage, so I'm going to guess he doesn't, but Apex Finley has gone into the pits for a new set of intermediate tyres. Has he got damage? He hasn't got any penalties. Norwich,
a lot of people will pin it under safety car.
I think Norwich has a little bit of damage, so we're going to see now, is a double stack for...
no, he doesn't.
He doesn't have damage, it's a double stack though. And they're not ready in time.
He either lowered or hired his front wing, as I just saw.
Okay, so
he's set up for Norwich, man.
Yep, Toxic Sui finally getting his tyres replaced, but luckily he had enough time to Barenko behind that he doesn't actually lose a position out to him, as people lining up behind the safety car on lap 5 of the race. We've already got a safety car, which is pretty mental, as both McLarens up into the points, and we've actually got an interesting start here, which in the rain, I think that's probably expected. We've got a drive-through penalty, Carnage into turn 2 with the top 2, which allowed Norwich to come through, and then Norwich has spun, allowing Jay, who got a bad start, up into the lead of the race. We've had Jamboy crash, Regnant Ordinal crash, obviously that Carnage at turn 2 with like 4 people who had to pit off the bat, who I think they are now still in the bottom, as we're going to go into stops now. Everybody but the top 5 has stopped.
Max has gotten a new drive-through, actually. Another drive-through.
Another one, or is that just before? That was before from the...
I don't know.
I think that was from before.
I saw him serve the drive-through.
Oh, so you got another one.
I think he might have accidentally put in box this lap, because then they just change the tires as well when that happens.
Oh, that's probably what happened. Bus has actually just got past him. And why is Bus down in P11? He was just in P10. He's now down in P11. Did he spin? Did we miss something? I don't know. But I don't...
He's pitted.
Who's pitted? Quillan's boss is pitted, yes. Okay.
Bus might have spun.
He might have spun, yes. But, like I said, if the tyre's going to last the whole race, which I don't doubt it, I think they probably can, the top 5 haven't pitted yet, so this could be interesting for when the pit stops actually happen at lap 14, I think it was. But if the rain stops after that, the top 5 could be in a little bit of an issue, but it is quite easy to overtake up Baku with a long back straight full of DRS as well. It's such a long DRS straight. Obviously the DRS into the second long straight of the race, so quite an interesting safety car restart, I hope. Jay will be leading it, which is not what I thought I'd be saying after he got disqualified on the formation lap, and especially after lap 1 I did not think I'd be saying that, but I'm quite surprised that Jay and hello, Charles Leclerc's getting past James Biscuit. He's overtaken him and he's not giving it back. So James is now down to P4. Are we going to see? He's letting pass now. He's lost it to low line as well. Is he going to be let pass by him?
Yeah.
He is, yep.
Yeah.
And is he going to lose a position? Is it just going to be a domino effect of positions being lost? Not quite.
That's let him by again. Oh no.
Oh, he lost a position because of it. He has genuinely lost a position because of that. Quillan is so far back. So is everybody, to be fair, apart from...
Oh my god,
like the same
I might not
people.
make it to the safety car restart.
Is that what he said? It is what he said. He might not make it to the safety car restart.
Again. Well, thank you. Oh
Mr. Monkey has probably got damage, or is he just going on to... Yeah, he's got damage. What did he do?
On the safety car.
And the safety car, I mean, we saw a fully crash out under the safety car, which is pretty mental. So. Oh, we can see the safety car in this lap. I hope so, because I don't want to be here for another lap watching everybody catch up to the safety car, because, you know, we want content.
I'm pretty sure
the game waits until everyone's caught up, that's what I think, but I do hope that in this case, it tells me.
Yeah,
Please,
I think
come
it's
on.
gonna be out for one more lap. One more lap.
Please at least go in after this lap. I don't want to sit here under safety car for another lap. Or just tell me you're going in now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that it's
I don't
staying
think that
out
will
for another
happen,
lap.
so I think I'll miss the safety car restart, sadly.
No. The safety car is going a little bit left on the thing, but he's obviously not gonna pit. He's teasing us. And
Safety car, are you doing this? Mr. Monkey's almost about to get lapped as well. That's the problem.
yeah. But when he catches up to the safety car, his race will be back on, to be fair. Tree Banner passing Bus okay and getting back past. Bus is back up into P10, by the way.
It's so annoying that you can't freeze the drive through.
Yeah, because Tree Banner could do it so easily, and he'd get ahead of a few people. I'm not sure if Mr. Monkey is gonna catch up in time.
I don't think he will.
And unfortunately for that,
and he's going as slow as the safety car is, sadly.
yeah, he hasn't looked too fast, so we could see Mr. Monkey not be caught up, and we might even see Grill on his boss not be even caught up. So,
I think Grill will make it.
and Tree Banner's got a 5-second time penalty. He's got a drive through and a 5-second, and like you said, it's getting from bad to worse now. He's even out of the points as well now. Not the greatest race on the first 7 laps for Tree Burner, and it's not a great one for Muffly Diamond, but he's in P13 with the drive-through penalty that he got, and he started from 19th on the grid, I think, or like 16th or 17th. So it's still been a pretty good race from his point of view without that drive-through penalty. Who knows? He could have been up into like P9 maybe. But before the ATR restarts,
the good start might have given him the big gap, or he might have crashed if he didn't. Oh, Tree Burners just hit the wall.
Oh, and there's Apex Finley. I think he's round.
Oh.
He is round. He's lost a part of his front wing, and he's almost going straight into everybody, just reversing and going back and forth, as he is now down into third last place, and he's also gonna have to pit. He's gonna have to pit, and it's in this lap, so we're gonna see Saro here. And you're going to see Jay lead away the safety cars. He's going slow now under it just to make sure he can build a gap enough and try catch him off guard as Mr. Monkey is stopped on the track. Was he stopped on the track, or was he just going really slow? He has not caught up to the safety car. Same thing with Quill on his boss. And Apex Finley with this spin is going to have to pit and be down, not with the safety car as well as Jay though. When's he going to go? He's gone now. Everybody's so bunched up and they can all go now. They don't even realise it as Jay leads safety car away, and Temp not quite catching up, but I think James is catching up. He's actually almost allowed him back into play here, as the Ferrari was looking for a move down the inside, and it's a Tree Burner. Is he round? He's in the pits, and Muffly Diamond's up into P11. Leo made a move, and there's a touch in there, and that's James in the wall. Leo got a little bit too touch in the exit there, and Leo was almost in the podium play position, so they're going to go 3 wide now. And Leo's in the wall almost. They might even make it 5 wide going into here. It is definitely going to be 2 wide between Leo here. I think he's got a bit of damage on his car. All of them getting so close to the wall. It's going 3 wide again to the next corner. Leo's ahead. Back up into this P4 position as James is now down, and IDZ is down out of the race. Bus is in a little collision with him as well, I think. Don't win another safety car because we can't deal with that. That's too boring. I don't think it can be.
The gap between 30 seconds. It's happened like Spain. Oh my God.
It has happened like Spain, but Low Line is getting so close now to Charles Leclerc. I think Charles Leclerc's got damage, which could allow Low Line to be up into the podium position. Norwich fan is though right on the back of him though. Low Line wants to get past him as soon as possible. Oh, he's getting really close to him there. He's going to have to get past him into this next corner, otherwise he could get caught by Norwich fan, because there's 4 cars in close proximity here. James has definitely got damage. You can see him hit the wall so closely. There is, Lilian just covers us again, and he's up into the wall. He's reset the track, and that is completely and utterly his fault. and he's going to be screaming his head off. And I can tell you by the way that he plays this game, he's going to be breathing heavily, and he's going to be so annoyed. He's going to sound like he's crying. No offense to him, but he is. That's how he's going to sound. He's got no front wing.
Rubens has hit the back of Charles Leclerc. Toxic has the back of Charles
And
Leclerc.
they're going to all go for a move here as Jay sets the fast lap of the race. Not even on the new tyres either. As both Alpines going to look for a move here, possibly, as Charles Leclerc actually stays out. And Saro is going to be leaving us, but at least he got to see the safety car race start as Nightman gets past his teammate and defends pretty well there. Line obviously in the pits now, as it's completely his fault. He just missed his braking point and went straight on into the cars ahead, and luckily he didn't cause anybody else damage, otherwise that could be another hefty penalty for him. Nightman actually is going to get past up into the podium positions now. Again, like I said before, the issue with him and the penalty that you might get for the qualifying incident is not going to be great. It's Rapini's in the pits, Torrent's in the pits, the line is going on the exit of the pit lane, and he spun it round again! Luckily he gets to reset the track though, and that's the second reset the track in for him. That could be a 10-second time penalty. He's down to 14th place and he's spun it on the pit lane exit as Torrent actually gets a penalty for crossing the pit lane exit line too early. Mr. Monkey up into P15. Rapini now still down there as Jay's actually 2 seconds ahead of Temp, who is 6 seconds ahead of Norwich, who is 1.8 seconds ahead of Toxic Sway, and they're ghosting at each other through the castle section now, as they actually technically are going side by side now, and that is literally letting Barenko back in. Is he close enough though to catch Charles Leclerc in front? It's a safety car, and I don't know what that's for. What's happened? I think it's Tree Burner and Apex Finley coming together possibly. I'm not too sure what's gone on, but it's a safety car again for the second time in this race, and it's another safety car. Maybe it's because the conditions are a bit too wet here, but yeah, Low Lion with a bit of a collision going on with himself. That is not good for him, as yeah. Another safety car. I cannot believe it. Lowline's retired from the session. I just missed that. I'm sorry about that. Get to him quickly, as he's just undecided. Boss has just collided with him as well. Lowline is just retired. He's not even out of the race completely. He's just respun it and just retired. And that is just caused Bus to be out of the race. That is again, I think, Lowline's fault. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe what I've just seen there. That is unbelievable. And that's unfortunate. Lowline has left the session. Why doesn't he just come and commentate with me? I don't know why he's not just come and commentate with me for. Jay, did he pit? Did Jay pit? He's at the wall! And again he's at the wall. And again he's at the wall. He's hit the wall 3 times there, and that is going to cause him a bit of damage to his car, and he's going to have to pit. Again, I think he already had damage before that. Jeff screwed you over, Ace, so what happened? What happened? Did he tell you that you had to pit for something? Is James has left the session. He's down in P8. Have people stopped? Did I just miss pit stops? I did miss pit stops. Temp, the only person not to pit. And some magical thing has just happened, and Mufti's into P2. I'm actually speechless as Jay is going to enter the pits. How many positions is he going to lose? he's not going to lose many, but with that front wing replacement, might lose him a few. But if that Ferrari can catch up to him, he will lose quite a few positions. But I don't know if it will. It's going to be quite close on the exit there. He's actually still there for quite a while, and he's going to get passed by a few people here. He's down into P5 already. It could get even worse as people are actually diving into the pits as well. As you know, it's gone from terrible, possibly what could have been terrible. That is, yeah. Jason up into P5 now from that. Ace is out the race.